I pushed you away because I did not want the responsibility. So we have a kid on the loose, someone who's emotionally immature, someone who was emotionally immature. Okay, we can check that down the line if they have changed. Of course, do stick around if this does resonate, and do keep in mind that this is a collective reading, so it might not resonate as a whole. It might as well. Link in bio if you want something more specific, of course. So there are also feelings of anger here inside them that they need to release before they explode. So again, this person feels a lot but doesn't have the ability to process it, to sit with it, to acknowledge it, to self-reflect, to perhaps change their actions, change their thinking, like think from like different perspectives and put themselves in other people's shoes. Like they might lack that because again they run away, so they might be an avoidant. I'm getting runner track star, they're a runner, they're a track star. That might relate to my other reading as well if you're part of this collective that have been watching my readings as well. This is related to that. They don't want the responsibility, so again it's like immature. They haven't been honest about their intentions. So they might have maybe future faked with you. They might have said, oh yeah, let's do this and that, but it never happened. So a lot of this, not a lot of this, not a lot of action, okay? I feel it even though we are apart. So okay, again, it's undeniable that you did have a connection, okay? You can have a connection, you can have feelings, you can have deep, deep feelings, but if you cannot process them, if you cannot look at them in the face, digest them, say what they are, call them out, and check in with yourself, how am I feeling? And let it go or act on it. Like if you can't process your feelings, if you can't access them, like this, it's just it's counterintuitive in that sense, and it just means you're dealing with someone who's not emotionally intelligent, essentially. Yeah, I'm not available. I smile on the outside, but I'm dying on the inside. So this person is kind of like wearing a mask. This person is performing 202 on the timer. Yeah, this person, you might be actually marrying each other as well. In that sense, too, might be mirroring each other. You might be seeing a lot of angel numbers and synchronicities because you are connected to this person. Okay, you might be feeling their energy. Like, I'm feeling they're heavy in your energy, but that's because they're having a lot of guilt and regret right now. You know, and they pushed you away as a kind of like I'm getting safety mechanism, childhood wound, like their nervous system got too overwhelmed and they thought they can handle this, but in the end they couldn't, so they pushed you away because that's how they know how, right, to do this. And they feel angry. They feel angry because of the injustice. You know, we feel anger on the inside when we've been done wrong. Or when we've been really hanging on to things that are not ours, burdens, things we're carrying that are, again, not ours, or we haven't resolved, and it all builds up after time, and it can make us sick. So maybe this person is experiencing some sickness right now. That might be their karmic debt. They need to release this before they explode. Yeah, they need to learn how to release their emotions and how to connect with themselves on a deeper level. And I think you're already, like, for this collective, I'm feeling like you're the total opposite, which you do actually talk about your feelings and you can feel them. So that's why, like, they're not in your life, because they're not aligned with you. Okay. So anything else that this person wants to say to my collective? I left you when I saw you with someone. So this person, again, you might have been with someone. Can we get a little bit of clarification actually for that? I'm getting just this person again was quite insecure. I remember every detail of that day. So they might make a big deal over nothing. They might be an overthinker. I'm getting this person might be big overthinker. I love you. But I'm getting like this I love you, funny enough, it's like they kept it to themselves. And you know, like when someone says, oh, I love you, but they do nothing to show you that they love you, like, it doesn't really mean anything for the other person. Like, let's say you told me you love me, but I didn't feel it, I didn't see it, like, you kept it to yourself. Like, it's kind of like a crush, isn't it? And it's like one way. It's not like they didn't it's kind of, maybe you felt like you were alone in this. Like, they didn't really include you in this connection. In the end, kind of, it's like, I'm not getting reciprocity here. Like, I love you, but, like, maybe they did genuinely love you on the inside, but, like, you didn't feel it. And what matters the most is the other person feeling what you're feeling, right? Making sure that the other person knows with certainty that they love you. I replay our conversations over and over. So this person is thinking about you here. I know I messed everything up, so now they're kind of coming into that realization. Reflection. You and I were too young, so again, they might be blaming other things outside of themselves and not looking within. Again, that's why they ran. Instead of taking accountability, they are here blaming age, blaming time, blaming maybe it wasn't the right time I'm also getting. I know what I'm doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. So yeah, this person, the thing is, there's this saying going around, and I've been hearing this a lot. It's like, people know what they're doing. People know exactly what they're doing. Okay? And I'm getting a lot of male energy here. So this might be for the collective, for the feminine collective, dealing, again, gender does not matter, with the masculine. However, like, they know what they're doing. Okay? And they are relying on the feminine to kind of be forgiving and understanding, and kind of abusing that power, maybe taking your naivety meaning your innocence. Again, I do this quote unquote because it's so subjective. It just might be your childlike energy, and that's a great energy to have, of joy, cultivating joy and peace and calm. Ultimately, that's happiness. That's what happiness is. I read it somewhere in How to Love in, what's his name? I've got a book right here. Actually, I'm reading this book by Young Pueblo. I love this guy. He's from New York. How to Love Better. And I love his work in the sense that he talks about different concepts in a very relatable way. And he talked about how happiness, doesn't really have a definition. It's something that people chase, and people think it's pleasure. That's what gives you happiness, but it's actually not. It's a prison. Pleasure will put you in a prison of your own mind, in this chaser energy, and it's actually all about peace, cultivating peace and joy in your life. So I feel like you're kind of figuring that out, and this person is still kind of in that pleasure, toxic, devilish center. That might be significant for some of you. Also recommend the book. It's amazing. If you're like recovering from a breakup, or just kind of really tending to your inner world, it's amazing. I know as a distraction from your pain. So I'm getting that this might be from you. This person might have been carrying a lot of pain from the past. Yeah, I don't understand what you see in me. I don't feel attractive. This person might have been cheated on. This person might have had something happen in the past, and they haven't resolved it, and they brought it into the relationship. Not thinking that it's not going to affect you, but it affected the whole thing, right? The way we are, the work we've done, the way we are as a person will show up in the connection. Like, you cannot hide parts of yourself in a connection with another human being. You're gonna be, revealed. Over time, you will be revealed. And that's why connections can be triggering, intimidating, all these things, right? This person is convinced that you will be together again. Yeah. And they bury themselves in work to forget you. So this person is a workaholic, probably, most likely here. And they probably put these things, toxic habits, toxic connections they have in their lives, like, that's what they're used to. I'm getting with this energy, this person is just used to sitting in the mud. And it's kind of like when you take a pig out of its environment and you give it something else, pamper it, give it the best food, the pig will return to its mud. The pig will return to its environment. You can't put a tiara on a pig and then accept, like, you can't. I guess it shows that, like, the pig will always choose the mud, and that goes for most people because they don't want to change, because change is hard, and that's harsh. That can be harsh. Hearing that can be harsh. But when you wake up, and the collective that knows, that feels deep inside, when you wake up, you can change. And you realize the system that you're living in, anything can happen. But this person, again, I'm not seeing that this person is awake yet. Maybe it's not in their contract, and their soul contract, to awaken in this lifetime. And we shouldn't be forcing people to wake up too. So again, take it as it resonates. But this person, return to the mud, return to the familiar place, people, things they were doing, and actually they are realizing that it's not really serving them, and they're thinking about you and how you were someone who they were not ready for. Okay, you only come around once in a lifetime, and they're still unavailable here, and they're pretending, and you're not, so you're just incompatible now. Okay, just incompatible. I feel cold and detached. I can feel emotion. Yeah, they're just detached from themselves, their emotions. This person really needs some healing work, to overcome that.